The Ontario government has moved forward with Bill 60, a new housing and rental law that introduces sweeping changes across the province. The legislation passed at Queen's Park after weeks of political debate, setting the stage for one of the most significant shifts in Ontario's rental and housing framework in years. The government says Bill 60 is designed to speed up home building, to make approvals faster, and remove what it calls unnecessary delays in the construction and rental process. Officials argue that Ontario needs to clear obstacles if it wants to meet its long-term housing targets and respond to rising demand, particularly in major cities where affordability continues to worsen. At the center of the bill are major amendments to how eviction processes and tenancy reviews are handled. The legislation shortens certain notice periods, restricts the ability to request rehearings, and gives landlords expanded tools for ending tenancies under specific circumstances. The government maintains these changes will streamline a system that has been backlogged for years. With thousands of unresolved cases at the Landlord and Tenant Board, they say the new rules will allow both landlords and tenants to receive decisions in a more timely and predictable way. But tenant advocates and opposition lawmakers are sounding the alarm. They argue that Bill 60 weakens existing protections and could lead to faster and more frequent evictions, particularly for low-income renters who are already struggling with rising rents. Critics say the bill shifts power heavily in favor of property owners, reducing oversight and making it easier to remove tenants without adequate justification. Protests erupted outside Queen's Park as the bill advanced, with demonstrators warning that renters across Ontario could face increased instability as a result of the new law. The government counters that the bill is necessary to unlock new rental supply and restore confidence in a system that has been overwhelmed for years. They point to Ontario's long-term housing shortage and emphasize that the province must clear regulatory bottlenecks if it wants to increase the number of available units. Housing experts note that while Bill 60 may improve construction timelines, the real test will be whether these changes translate into actual housing growth and whether tenant protections remain meaningful during the transition. As Ontario moves toward implementing the legislation, attention now shifts to the regulatory details that will follow. How these rules are applied on the ground will determine whether Bill 60 becomes a catalyst for new housing or a flashpoint in the province's ongoing affordability crisis.